You've been misled. The story of Jesus Christ you've been taught is just a small part of a much larger truth, a filtered version that hides a deeper and more transformative reality. Christ wasn't just a name. It was a title, a state of being that anyone can attain. And Jesus wasn't the only one to reach this level. The real story is far more powerful and liberating than most people know. The title, Christ, represents a state of consciousness, a higher level of spiritual awareness available to every one of us. Yes, every one of us. There's an ancient teaching from the Atlantean philosopher Teudi, also known as Hermes Trismegistus, which says, gods are immortal men, and men are mortal gods. This isn't just poetic. It's a profound truth about who we are and what we can become. The concept of achieving Christhood, a state of divine consciousness, is not exclusive to Christianity. It's a universal wisdom that has existed for thousands of years, but it has been hidden and suppressed. Many ancient and mystical traditions still carry these teachings. Today, I'm not just going to present evidence. I'll show you a practical method that, if you use it correctly, can lead you to this state yourself. Don't just take my word for it. In 1945, the Nag Hammadi Library was discovered, and it included the Gospel of Thomas, a text that had been hidden for centuries. In this gospel, Jesus shares teachings that the religious authorities didn't want you to see. For example, Jesus says, "He who will drink from my mouth will become like me. I myself shall become he, and the things that are hidden will be revealed to him." Think about that for a moment. Jesus is telling us that we can become like him, that we can reach the same level of consciousness he did. This isn't a false teaching. It's the original message. Why would the church hide this knowledge? Because when information is applied, it becomes wisdom, and wisdom is power. And those in control don't want you to have that power. They don't want you to realize that you have the potential to become a Christ. This idea isn't limited to just one person. It's meant for everyone. This isn't about disrespecting anyone's beliefs, but there are truths that have been kept hidden, especially from the Western world and regions that experienced colonization. If your heritage comes from a culture that had its spiritual traditions replaced with Abrahamic religions, it might be hard to accept this, but the truth remains. You have the ability to unite with the divine and embody that essence. You can achieve a state like Christ and connect with the divine presence that exists within you and around you. Think about it. If you understood that you have the potential for divinity within yourself, would you continue following religious rules without question? Would you hand over your power to people who claim authority over you? Of course not. You would recognize your own divine potential and start living from a place of wisdom and strength. This truth extends beyond Christianity. In ancient Egypt, they spoke of the Ak, the glorified spirit that reaches divine status. This wasn't reserved for pharaohs alone. The Book of the Dead includes rituals that anyone could use to achieve this state. In India, the Upanishads teach Tatvamasi, meaning you are that. They're telling us that our true nature is divine and that we are one with the ultimate reality. Does that sound familiar? It's the same truth Jesus revealed when he said, "The kingdom of God is within you." Pause for a moment. Can you feel the power of this message? The incredible potential that lies within you. This isn't about worshiping a god outside yourself. It's about discovering the divine essence within you, the same essence that exists in everyone. Achieving a state of Christhood or divine consciousness has been a goal of mystics throughout history. People who reach these levels of understanding through their own experiences, often at great risk. Meister Eckhart, a Christian mystic from the 13th century, once said, "The seed of God is in us." Given an intelligent and hard-working farmer, it will thrive and grow up to God, whose seed it is. And accordingly, its fruits will be God nature. Imagine that. A Christian saying that we can become godlike. Shocking, right? But it's not blasphemy. It's a truth that mystics have known for centuries. Whether they were Christian or not, these spiritual seekers aimed to experience God directly. They weren't speaking in metaphors. They were revealing the real potential each of us holds. The journey to divine consciousness is open to all who seek it. The knowledge has always been there, waiting for those who are ready to see beyond the stories they've been told and embrace the truth within. The truth you've been kept from knowing is one that has been intentionally hidden because it challenges the power structures that thrive on keeping people unaware and submissive. Now, take a moment. Breathe deeply. You might be thinking, "This sounds amazing, but how do I reach this state?" That's exactly what we're going to dive into next. Christhood isn't just an abstract idea, it's a practical, everyday way of living. But before we explore how to achieve it, take a deep breath, feel the energy, the life force within you. That same energy has been used by mystics and sages for thousands of years. It's the essence of Christhood, and it's alive in you right now. Reflect on your life so far. How often have you felt a deep sense of connection, a feeling that there's something much bigger out there? Maybe you've had those moments when everything feels perfectly aligned, like the universe is speaking to you. Those aren't just random feelings. They're glimpses into your true nature, hints at your potential to tap into a higher state of consciousness. What I'm telling you is this: the path to Christhood isn't about changing who you are. It's about uncovering your true self, hidden beneath layers of conditioning and limiting beliefs. Breathe again. Think about what this means. Religions have alluded to this truth, but they rarely state it directly. Mystics across the world for thousands of years have understood this secret and shared it with those who were ready to listen. And now it's being revealed to you, not because you're special, but because you're prepared to hear it. If you're genuinely interested in waking up to this higher state of being, take a moment to support us by liking this video and subscribing. Your support helps us grow, and in return, we'll guide you as you grow into this state of awareness. Let's dive into this mystical path of awakening. Now that we've uncovered the truth about Christhood, let's zoom out a bit. This idea isn't exclusive to Christianity. It's a universal truth recognized by spiritual traditions all over the world. Throughout history, in Buddhism, they speak of achieving Buddhahood. But it's not just about worshiping Buddha. It's about recognizing your own potential for enlightenment. Buddhahood means realizing that your true nature is connected to the universe, that the divine is within you, and living in that state of peace and truth. In the Mahayana tradition, they talk about countless Buddhas across different eras. There are thousands of documented Buddhas, and likely more that remain undocumented. It's similar to the idea of multiple Christs. Hinduism teaches a similar lesson. The ultimate goal is to recognize your oneness with Brahman, the ultimate reality. The Bhagavad Gita, an ancient Hindu scripture, says it plainly. Those who see the difference between the body and the soul and understand the path to liberation from material attachments reach the supreme goal. That supreme goal is enlightenment, freedom from the limits of this physical existence. Let's look at Taoism. The Taoists speak of becoming immortal sages. These aren't just humans who live long lives. They're spirits like you and me who have transcended the limits of ordinary human life. They unite with the Tao, the universal essence, achieving harmony with the divine. Lao Tzu, a great philosopher, once said in the Tao Te Ching, "He who knows others is wise. He who knows himself is enlightened." Knowing yourself deeply is the key to realizing that the divine is within you and to experiencing that unity with all things. Are you starting to see the pattern? These different paths are all pointing to the same truth. We have the potential to rise beyond our ordinary human state and reach a divine level of consciousness. Many of Jesus' teachings, which are often thought of as uniquely Christian, actually exist in older traditions. For instance, love the neighbor can be found in ancient Egyptian texts, long before Jesus' time. The instruction of Ememo, written around 1100 BC, teaches compassion. Do not laugh at a blind man, nor tease a dwarf. Do not worsen the condition of a cripple. It's the same message of kindness and empathy. Or consider the principle, do unto others. Confucius taught this in 500 BC, saying, do not do to others what you do not want done to yourself. This doesn't take anything away from Jesus' wisdom. It shows that he was tapping into a timeless, universal truth. His teachings are part of a broader, ancient philosophy that has been around for ages. Jesus wasn't just offering a new way to live. He had reached a state of awareness that spiritual seekers across time have been striving for. Think about it. Why would these same ideas show up in different cultures, separated by time and distance? It's because they point to a universal truth about the soul's ultimate journey, to become a true child of the light, a son or daughter of the divine. The Sufi mystic Rumi expressed the same truth when he wrote, "You are not a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in a drop." He was teaching the same idea as the Hindu concept of Atman and Brahman. The individual soul and the universal soul are one and the same. This isn't just a philosophy, it's an invitation to awaken to your own divine nature. The same teachings have echoed through history, waiting for those who are ready to embrace the truth and discover the path to becoming the divine being they've always been meant to be. Let me repeat that quote. You are not a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in a drop. It's a powerful message. In the Hermetic tradition, based on the teachings of Tehuti from ancient Kemet, there's a principle called the law of correspondence. As above, so below, as below, so above. It's a reminder that the divine and human are not separate. They're mirrors of one another. Now, take a moment to pause. Breathe deeply. Feel the air fill your lungs, feel your heartbeat. This body, this life you're living, isn't an obstacle to your spiritual growth. It's actually the vehicle through which you experience your divine nature. It's the tool you use to awaken to a higher state of consciousness. Think about everything you've gone through in life. The highs, the lows, the victories, and the struggles. All these experiences are part of your journey toward achieving Christ consciousness. They're not distractions from your spiritual path. They are your spiritual path. Feel the connection between yourself and the vast universe around you. You are not separate from it. You are an integral part of it. This is what mystics mean when they talk about unity consciousness. But you might be wondering, if this truth is so universal, why isn't it more widely known? Why isn't it something we learn in schools or hear in churches? The reason is simple. Knowledge is power, true transformative power. And throughout history, there have always been those who want to keep this power to themselves. But things are changing. The veils are lifting. Ancient wisdom is being rediscovered and shared more openly than ever before. You are part of a global shift, a collective awakening in consciousness that's been foretold by spiritual traditions worldwide. This is happening now. The Hopi prophecy speaks of a time when a great spirit returns. The Mayans predicted a period of heightened awareness. The Hindu tradition talks about the arrival of a new Satya Yuga, an era of truth and enlightenment. These aren't just stories, they're descriptions of a shift in human consciousness that's unfolding right now. So with all this context, how do you walk the path of spiritual ascension? How do you awaken the Christ consciousness within yourself? First, know that Christhood isn't a one-time event. It's not a finish line you cross. It's a state of being you cultivate every day. It's about constantly expanding your awareness, deepening your love, and growing in wisdom. Let's begin with the foundation. Self-knowledge. The ancient Egyptian saying, "Know thyself," is the cornerstone of spiritual growth. But this doesn't mean just knowing your favorite color or your personality type. It's about exploring the depths of your consciousness and understanding who you really are beyond the surface. One of the most powerful tools for self-knowledge is meditation. And I'm not talking about sitting quietly to relax for a few minutes. I mean deep transformative meditation practices that help you explore your mind and expand your consciousness. Here's a simple practice. Sit comfortably with your spine straight. Close your eyes and focus on your breath. As thoughts come up, don't push them away. Just observe them. Ask yourself, where do these thoughts come from? Where do they go? Who is observing these thoughts? This practice, called self-inquiry, was taught by the Indian sage Ramana Maharshi. It's a direct path to recognizing your true nature beyond the mind. With time, you might experience moments of stillness and clarity, glimpses of your Christ nature. Next, let's talk about compassion. Achieving Christ consciousness is about embodying unconditional love. But this doesn't mean letting people walk all over you or always putting others first. It begins with self-love and self-compassion. The ancient people of Kemet, Egypt, understood this. In the Book of the Coming Forth by Day, there's a spell for the weighing of the heart ceremony according to the laws of Maya. One of the confessions is, "I have not done evil in the place of truth." This isn't just about avoiding harm, it's about aligning yourself with truth and compassion. Here is a practice you can try. Take a few minutes each day for a loving-kindness meditation. Start by sending feelings of love and compassion to yourself. Then expand this feeling to those close to you, then to your community, and finally to all beings. This practice, which comes from Buddhist tradition, literally reshapes your brain to be more compassionate. It's not about forcing yourself to feel something. It's about uncovering the well of love that already exists within you. Trust your own experiences. Like I mentioned earlier, mystics walk the path of discovering the divine through their own encounters. Buddha himself said, "Do not believe in anything simply because you have heard it. Do not believe in anything just because your teachers say it. But after careful observation, meditation, and analysis, if you find something that aligns with reason and benefits everyone, then accept it." Pay attention to those moments when you feel a sense of openness, connection, or love that goes beyond yourself. These are signs of your true nature. glimpses of the Christ consciousness within you. The journey isn't about following rules or blindly accepting teachings. It's about exploring, experiencing, and awakening the divine truth that's already present within you. You have the potential to tap into this universal power, to realize that you are not just a part of the world. You are a reflection of the entire universe. These moments of realization can come at any time, during meditation, while in nature, when serving others, or even in the most ordinary moments of your daily life. As you walk this path, remember that you're not alone. You are part of a long line of seekers and awakened souls. You belong to a global community of people waking up to their true nature. And remember, this journey isn't about being perfect. It's about becoming more fully yourself, more authentically human, more alive. It's about letting the divine energy flow through you in your own unique way. So what will you do with this knowledge? How will you begin or deepen your journey to Christhood? The path is open before you. It won't always be easy, but it is incredibly rewarding. Every step you take toward realizing your true nature is a gift, not just for you, but for the world. Because here's the truth: as you awaken, you help awaken others. Your consciousness influences the collective consciousness. Your light illuminates the path for those who come after you. Now, let's explore a powerful practice that can help you tap into your Christ consciousness. It's called a body scan meditation, and it's not just a trendy technique. It's rooted in ancient wisdom and can be transformative in your journey towards spiritual awakening. Here's why it matters. Your body isn't just a shell you inhabit. It's a living, breathing expression of the divine. Every cell, every atom within you pulses with the same energy that created the universe. By tuning into your body, you're tuning into that cosmic frequency of creation itself. This meditation helps you develop sharp awareness of your physical being, but it goes even deeper than that. As you scan your body, you're not just noticing sensations, you're connecting with the life force that animates every part of you. You're sensing your oneness with everything around you because, believe it or not, you are the universe experiencing itself through you. Practicing this regularly trains you to be present, aware, and conscious. And that's the essence of Christhood, being fully awake and fully conscious of your true nature as a divine being. So are you ready to try this? Let's begin. Find a comfortable spot where you won't be disturbed. You can sit or lie down, whatever feels right to you. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths, feeling yourself settle into the present moment. We'll start at the top of your head. Bring your attention there. What do you feel? Maybe a tingling sensation, some pressure or warmth. Don't try to change anything. Just observe. Slowly move your attention down to your face, your forehead, eyes, cheeks, and jaw. Do you feel any tension there? If so, breathe into it, and as you exhale, imagine the tension melting away. Next, move down to your neck and shoulders, areas where we often hold stress. Just notice any sensations without judging or trying to fix them. Now, bring your attention to your arms. Feel the weight of your arms, the texture of your skin, the muscles beneath, and even the pulse in your wrists. Bring your awareness to your chest and back, feeling your breath as it moves in and out, your chest rising and falling with each inhale and exhale. Notice how your ribcage expands and contracts. Now, shift your focus to your stomach and lower back. Pay attention to any sensations. Maybe there's a gentle hum, a feeling of tightness or warmth. Move your awareness down to your hips and pelvis, feeling the points of contact between your body and the surface beneath you. Then bring your attention to your legs, your thighs, knees, calves. Notice the different textures of sensation. Maybe heaviness, lightness, or tingling. Finally, focus on your feet. Feel the life force flowing all the way down to the tips of your toes. Now, take a moment to sense your entire body as one unified field of sensation and awareness. As you do this, remember that this body you're feeling isn't separate from the universe. It is the universe experiencing itself through you. The energy you're sensing is the same energy that powers the stars. When you're ready, slowly open your eyes and take a moment to notice how you feel. The more you practice this meditation, the more you'll begin to feel your connection to everything around you. You'll start to embody the Christ consciousness, an awareness of your oneness with all existence. This is how you become a Christ, not by following rigid beliefs or dogma, but by experiencing your divine nature directly. It's about waking up to who and what you truly are, connecting with that infinite power within you and allowing it to flow through your life.